Hello and welcome back. Back with more iRacing, this time in the BMW M Power Tour. This time at the well-known Circuit of Spa-Francorchamps. It's been a while since we've been on the channel in this way, but welcome back at least to the BMW M Power Tour fixed setup. 15-minute race here over in the BMW M4 GT4. We qualified P11 with a time of 2:33. So we'll be starting roughly halfway through the field, a little bit behind that. Current iRacing rating is 552 and our safety rating is up to 2.66. In this time, quite a tricky field, with that being a 929 iRacing rating on average. So that's quite high, I gotta say. It's safe to say that we're having a good one here, I think. And this is what I like to think. Now currently coming up here to the start-finish line. It's a long track, so we're starting halfway through. But it's such an iconic track that I bet that everybody knows it now already. I can't wait for this one at least. If there's anything you would like to say about either the driving or the commentary, let us know in the comments as well. We always take the feedback into consideration. And once again, thank you guys all so much here over for the support on the channel as we're coming into the final two corners here. The bus stop coming up, and then we should be getting ready to race rather quickly. Obviously this time it's no longer a server where there's so many Australians. This is not the usual that we do nowadays. It feels like Wilver Racing has taken priority almost, but no, we've just been racing a lot overall, and that's always good to see. Coming free, there is the green flag, and we are underway into turn 1 here at the start-finish line. Now, for the people that don't know, Spa actually has 2 start-finish lines. There's this one, but there's also one coming up after this first turn. Kind of on the uphill section. That's sometimes used as well, depending on the race that you're watching. This time we maintain our P11 here. We're really not getting any closer, but we're also not really falling away. We're coming in. It's going to be a bit of an uphill battle here. Obviously, these cars, they cannot take it flat here. We have to lift a little bit. There's a big crash ahead of us, but we just about managed to avoid him. And now we're in the slipstream of the driver ahead of us, too. So it's looking good, but that was a big hunt already. And oh my. That could have very well been the end of the race here. Now, we decided to take it quite easy through here. Obviously, it's just a matter of surviving for now. Opportunities to overtake will come eventually. This GT4 car especially, where somehow people still seem to struggle for control sometimes, despite the series being out for a while here. Obviously the Spa-Francorchamps track is one of my favorites. I think it's an iconic track as well. More drivers going off. He was spun around, unfortunately. It's the easiest position we'll gain today, together with the first one as well. Now more drivers here driving slowly or stopping on the track. It's absolutely chaotic out here. Luckily for us, we managed to survive, and we keep moving up the positions. It's pretty awesome to see. And obviously the sheet that you see here isn't completely accurate anymore. Some drivers have fallen off here in the end, so we'll see it update eventually. As for now, we'll happily stay in the position that we are in right now. Obviously we've got some drivers ahead of us. Behind us is relatively clear. It's Jan Wiens behind us. Also from the same region as we are from.
There's an incident ahead.
Incident ahead yet again. A big crash this time. We managed to avoid it all yet again.
The car behind has gone off.
Car behind's gone off. Yeah, that was the car we just watched go off as well. Now to 6th gear. A tough one. As obviously there's not a lot of extra power that you can put through. Only 6th gear, which is long and slow. As we make it through over towards the start finish here, we managed to take the first lap here incident free, which is good to see.
You're in the top 10.
Something that we were desperately looking for as well. There's 12 minutes left to go in the race so far. It's nothing like the endurance races we did last time. It's a little bit more of a sprint. This time though, on the limit, perhaps a little bit over it, but luckily no penalties have been given out for that, at least not so far. we're up to a quite neat P7 already here without really having to do that much. So that's awesome. Now as we wait, it's going to be a long straight here. Over on the Camel Straight, it seems to take forever in those cars. Especially considering usually you'll see them drive around in Formula 1 cars or GT3s or anything of that level. This time though we're in the GT4s, which are notably slower. Although they are still quite powerful if you think about it really. As we make it through, we're seeing that the positions as they are right now, they are still quite okay. We're not really seeing much action in front of us or behind us really. We're just kind of stuck in our position right now. We're fine with it being as is. To rejoin the track here rather easily. I think we're all full wheels off, but I'm not entirely certain. Coming through here yet again over to the third gear. Gotta make sure that you nail everything because soon you've got a very fast sector coming up here. After those two corners, it's basically all flat out. From that one turn before the end in turn 17, you might need to brake a little bit here, depending on the car you're in. On these cars with the little downforce, you probably need to. This is what we had last time. Now, we'll see if that is the case yet again after this one too. At the moment we wait. Just waiting patiently. Making our way through here. The final corners look quite okay, and now we're off to a flying start here over on the straight. We'll see how that goes. A little bit under 10 minutes remaining, so we're basically halfway through. At least that's how quick it usually goes. Come again. Over on the Camel Straight, it seems to take forever yet again. Obviously this time no slipstream that we can abuse. Fortunately for us. At it here, we've got quite a bit to go here still, obviously. As we're good to go, we're gonna be seeing that is currently 7 out of the total grid here, so it's not bad at all. I mean, we should be 7 out of 13 right now. See a couple drivers here not really going where they're supposed to go. Some drivers obviously have quit as well. There were 17 in total, if I'm not mistaken, or 18 even. So yeah, obviously some disconnected rather early, but we're still looking to overtake here. This time the lap once again looking good here. Could be good for almost a sub 240 if we nail everything from this point on. But for now it is just trying to get closer to the driver ahead of us here. As Hooper over from Australia, at least from the Oceania region. This time no more downshifting there, and that saves us a lot of time here.
The car in
Should be good for a sub 40 here as long as we nail the last corner. Now as well, make it through. We should be fine here. That was quite nice. There we go. It's going to be just a little under 7 minutes remaining as we are making our way into turn 1 here. Now crossing the 7-minute mark as we come into turn 1. Downhill from here. And then afterwards it's going to be a long one. Going to be making our way in here over towards Radion and Arouge. Unfortunately, it's not quite flat. If you are full out. Maybe if you're in a gear like this, you might be able to do so. I think maybe that's the trick then. Now it's just a matter of just making sure you hit the max RPM that you actually can. At the moment, that's super ahead of us here. Ryan from the Benelux region behind us, but he's still quite far away. 2.7 seconds, so we're looking more ahead now. We could perhaps get a little bit closer. Would be awesome, wouldn't it be? Now nailing this corner. It's actually quite tricky in those rear-wheel drive cars because you can very easily go on the throttle too easy there. And you're absolutely done for, so you need to be careful with those. As we come in here, we've got quite a bit to do. 5.5 minutes remain here. Yeah, this is going to be a short race in terms of laps as well, of course. Obviously, it is a slower-ish car. It's one of the longest tracks in the game as well. Just over 7 kilometers. And last time I was talking about how long Road America actually was. Well, this long is even longer. Even though the lap times are quite similar, I'd assume. Especially because this one's got quite a few more longer straights, which obviously allow you to have a little bit more power. A little bit more speed through there. Full out again, nailing the shifts whenever we can. And through the turns nicely here, and then it's just a matter of hitting your brake marker, which is easier said than done. See, this car doesn't lock as much as the other cars might do. This is a lot trickier in the F4, I would assume. Speaking of the Formula 4, that is the next video coming out as well. So we're once again participating in the both of them here. We're trying to keep up that consistency whenever we can with the uploads as well. Obviously, we've got extra content now coming out. And oh, what is that? There's a car on its roof. And yeah, we avoided by going straight through the sand there. But oh my, that was one of the weirdest incidents I've seen in a while. Free to continue a race, but it's cost us quite a bit of time here. It's allowed Marco Ryan to get closer here as well. That's the unfortunate downside of that one. That is most definitely frustrating, I gotta be honest. Now as well, there's slipstream.
Keep to the right.
We were P5 for a while, now down to P6 again.
Car on your left.
We managed to make it stick here. No, that is a ballsy move, but it works out rather nicely. Is still chasing us here. We hope that we can keep it up right now. Well, we're good to go. It's 2.5 minutes here, so that's roughly good for one lap. The drivers at the front, they are coming up now to the final but they should be able to make it across one more time as they're yet to come across the finish. They have to set a really good lap if they want to push it one more here. But right now it is looking like this might just be the final lap we're entering soon. Because I don't think they used the +1 rule here. I could be mistaken.
White flag, white flag.
And indeed, there it is, the white flag coming out now, making our way over the final 2 turns. It's quite a tricky corner as well. Now, obviously, Spa is quite technical, actually. And mainly look at all the downhill corners, but also Rouge and Radion, which is just
You're in
a
fifth.
matter of really trusting your car to make it through. It's obviously easier said than done as well. And it's once again a reminder as well that if you're liking the content so far, make sure you like and subscribe. We are at the moment that I'm recording this over 400 subscribers, which is awesome to see. It's really been good so far. Some videos actually going above 15,000 views, which is absolutely incredible. So I can only say thank you guys so much for that. That is absolutely awesome. Gotta be honest here, wasn't expecting it at all. Now, well, continue with whatever we have here. As we make it through here, we're kind of stuck in the same position that we were before. It's just a matter of defending at the moment here. The drivers in P3 and further are very much far ahead. Now, that Super is still on a bit of a gap here, 5 seconds. So unless he makes a mistake, we are not catching up to him, unfortunately, here. It's just a harsh reality that we have to... That's unfortunate, but well. Well, as it is right now, we're about to see the winner cross the finish line here, Florian Red, over from the DACH region as well. So that's awesome to see. Now, in fact, well, the time has started here. It's going to be Florian Red in 1. We are able to continue it rather nicely for now. I don't think we're going to see much more here, but time will tell. And well, there is the finish line here. We're going to be finishing in a very nice P5 here. That's going to feel really good. Those are some good points for bringing home.
Checkered flag.
Checkered flag. We're going to be very satisfied with that one.
You did really well.
Can guarantee you that much. It's awesome to see that it's gone this way. And now, well, we wait until we cross the finish line once again. But it's a good position here. Finishing the race in P5 is definitely a great result, I'd say. Only 2 incident points here as well. Obviously, one of them was for the off-track. The other one, I guess, was the off-track. We had just a little bit after the Camel Straight, but it's all very minor. And those are some good points coming through. And actually, we're going to be getting some quite nice iRating racing as well as a safety rating here. So our safety rating has jumped over from 2.66 to 2.8 flat. So 2.80, I should probably say. That is a 0.14 improvement. And our iRacing rating has gone up even higher from 552. We've gone to 627. So that is an improvement of 75 by finishing 5th here in a very high skilled group compared to the rating that we're currently at. So I think we should be very happy with that race as well. So all the practice that we have done recently with Volvo Racing has obviously paid off as well. And now, well, to see what that brings for us. 3 points this race, that leaves us at position 1,132 out of 2,264. Because we're participating so actively, we've racked up 236 points, putting us in position 613 out of 7,016 here. So we are doing really well when it comes to that here. We're getting higher and higher in the points, and because we've been so consistent with it. Sure, we're not finishing every race very high. Always scoring points. We haven't had a single DNF yet. Haven't really had terminal damage where we had to retire or anything like it, which is really good to see. And well, that brings us towards the end of the video here as well. We've got very little left to say here. We're almost at the end. And we've only got a couple more corners here to go before we can park up the car as well. As for coming in, we're seeing that we are now basically there. Coming into the final corner yet again, and we should just be good to go here to park it up on the finish line just to gain that extra safety rating because we're completing a couple extra corners. That's how that's counted, by the way, for the people that didn't know. Overall, I'd say that's a pretty good race here on our end. It's once again been an absolute pleasure to do the commentary for you. I hope you guys have enjoyed. My name is Ricky from RTC Broadcasting. I wish you guys a very pleasant rest of your day here. More uploads coming on soon as well. So enjoy this one, make sure you like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next video as well. Take care.
Right here.